Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Heidi and I color my hair with henna. A while back, let's see, so it's 2018 right now, July of 2018. In August of 2016, almost 2 years, I dyed my bleach blonde hair with henna. I wanted to have a all-natural way to dye my hair, and I had received like an ombre in my hair, or like a balayage, I think is what they call it. But the girl that did it did way too much. So like way too much blonde. It was not like the picture that I showed her. I felt really unhappy with it. And yeah, so this is an update video. If you watched that previous video and you're curious as to what my hair looks like now, go ahead and keep watching because this is what's going on with my hair. And I will tell you exactly what my hair has been through. I'm going to show you my hair outside in the sun so that you can see it. The lighting in here, it's not terrible. It's not fantastic, it's not terrible, but I am going to show you my hair outside as well. So let me tell you what's been going on. So when I did my hair back in, what did I say, August of 2016, I think I posted the video maybe a little bit after that, a few months after that, after I had edited it and everything. It took me a while. Either way, I had at that point, and you can check out that other video, I can put it down in the description, but at that point, I have auburn hair naturally, and I really wanted it to be like bright, vibrant red. I'd never had that before, but I also wasn't like super into chemicals. I didn't want to be like box dyeing my hair a ton, and I know that red fades like super easily with box dyes. And so I was searching the internets, the interwebs, and I found out about henna, and I got crazy excited about it. And I thought about it for a long time before I did it because I was really concerned because people were like, do not do this unless you are 100% committed. And I will completely attest to that. Do not do henna unless you are 100% committed to it and you want it for the long haul. And also, side note to that, do not do henna unless you are willing to stick out the process of the henna growing out. Because frankly, there's no safe way of getting it out besides cutting it off. I've seen YouTube videos where people bleached it, things like that. I've never seen one where I thought it turned out well, frankly. And so I've never tried that myself. But let me tell you the story really quickly. Let's just jump into this. I have some growth. I have a lot of root showing. It's really hard to see in this lighting, but I'm gonna get up close here so that you can see what I'm talking about. You can still kind of see it. Oh, you see that? See how there's like a cherry red, like a dark cherry color? And then there's a lighter color. It's grown out to about here. And it's a nice gradient. Can you see that? It's a really nice gradient. It's really hard to notice, which is why I love it. I have naturally auburn hair. Most people don't have naturally auburn hair, but I have naturally auburn hair, and so I was not super afraid of henna because I did. If you have a color of hair that is not super close to henna, blonde, I don't know. I'm not saying don't do it, but what I am saying is like, that would be a lot more excruciating to grow out if you had blonde hair because you're gonna see the roots. It's gonna be like crazy obvious that you are trying to grow out your hair. You might be able to, I mean, I do have a few ideas about that, but I'll talk about that in a second. So, well, actually, I'm already here. I'm just gonna talk about it. If you do have a color of hair and you bleached your hair, or sorry, if you do have like a light color of hair or a color of hair that is not even close to the henna color, so when it grows out, it's really obvious. I have thought like, okay, well, what could you do? And maybe, I mean, this is just a possibility, dyeing your roots a box color or a temporary color that's close to the henna color for the duration. That might be an answer to your issue. I don't know. Probably shouldn't ask me about this because I haven't done anything. Now, I did get tired of my henna. The process, you can go watch my other video. It's not the highest quality video, and actually I filmed a different video that was like when I did henna back in, I think, October of 2017, so last year. I can't find the video. When I find it, I know I have that video somewhere. I cannot find it. I went to find it and it said I created this video. I went to find it, I couldn't find it. So when I do find it, hopefully I do find it, I will upload that. It was a little bit higher quality of me doing the application process and everything. The other one was quite low quality, but yeah. So at this point, going back to what I was saying, let me just tell you the process that my hair has been through at this point. I stopped applying the henna. I was applying the henna every couple of months because my roots were showing, but they didn't really show, but I could kind of see it under the light, and so I liked it when it was like that. You know, when you first dye your hair and it's that really like vibrant color? I loved it when my roots were like a super vibrant color. And so that's why I would dye my roots. I didn't really feel like they needed a touch up, to be quite honest. But I thought, you know, I'm just going to continue with this henna thing. And then it was probably like in December of last year that I was like, I think I'll just go back to my normal hair color. I'll let it grow out. As you can see, I have a lot of hair. It's really long, so that's not a small process to go through. But it doesn't really matter because my hair, you can't really tell that much. Like, I have never had someone be able to tell, and I've told them before, like, actually my roots are growing out, and they're like, oh. But maybe you'll be able to tell a little bit more in that video where I went outside to show you in the sunshine what my hair looks like. So anyway, after my first initial, I think I dyed my hair 3 times. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Just watch the other video. I haven't watched it in a long time. I think I dyed my hair 3 times with the henna the first time because I was like, whoa, this is orange. And it was like super, super orange. That's not exactly what I wanted. And so I went back and dyed it like 2 more times. So a total of 3 times the first time. And then for the next like 1 or 2 times, I continued to dye my whole head. But then I realized, and this is a thing with henna, if you're not super familiar with henna, that if you do dye your hair over and over with henna, it's gonna coat it and it's gonna get darker. It's gonna get super, super dark. So I noticed that the underneath part of my hair, you can actually see. Let me get close. This part of my hair was getting so, you can see it, okay, when I hold it up against, especially compared to this, it was getting very, very dark, and I did not like that. I did not want that. That's not what I was looking for. And so anyway, I just started only dyeing like from my roots down, and I did that a couple of times. So, and now, so I was doing henna basically for, I would say, a little over a year, and I did it several times. I like henna. I think it's really great. I think it is gorgeous, and I really think that it helped my hair. My hair was way healthier from like the bleach damage and everything, especially on the ends after using henna. Not right away, mind you. Keep that in mind. Henna will make your hair kind of hay-like, I guess you would say. Kind of hay-like, yeah. Until, and my air conditioner just kicked on, but it will make your hair kind of hay-like for a while. So I know that sounds random, but then it felt a lot healthier. So it took a little while. I think it's because it dried it out. The henna dried it out. But then once I was able to like re-moisturize my hair, coconut oil, treatments, things like that, my hair felt so much better than before the treatment. Than before I ever used henna on it. So yeah, I am going to show you guys. I already went out and filmed some video in the sun, and I'm going to show you that. I am not going to continue doing henna. Not because I don't like it. I think henna is beautiful. And I think if you are 100% committed to something, which is really a hard thing to say, like if you're a girl who really is like, likes to change her style, or like her style, I don't know, her vibe through her hair, I don't recommend henna. I really, really don't. Because it's gonna take me several years to grow out this henna, but I don't really mind it because I think it's really cool having such a cool, like a nice gradient. And I get stopped literally all the time by people asking me like, how did you get your hair like that, you know? So I think it's really cool. I think that I would consider in the future doing it again, but like maybe if I got super gray, if I started having like really gray hair, I don't know if I would care that much, but maybe then I would do it. But at this point, I really am looking for a little bit lower maintenance, and I really love the beautiful color of my natural hair. I just had gotten that balayage or that ombre in my hair because I wanted a little bit of a change, and then she ended up basically bleaching my whole head, and I was like, I'm not a blonde. You know, I was looking for like a copper ombre. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. This update, I received a ton of questions on my bleached hair henna video, and I've received like a ton of questions on it, so I'm hoping that this is really helpful. If you do have other questions specifically about henna, specifically about my experience, please post them in the comments, because I've tried to answer a lot of the questions that I had in my other video, my comments section of my other video. So like I said, I hope this is helpful. I'm going to go ahead and show you what my hair looks like in the sun. Okay, so here is my hair out in the like almost direct sunlight. I wanted you to be able to see where my natural hair is grown in. Can you see that right in there? And where the henna is and what color it is out in the sun. So just another shot here at the roots, showing you how the henna has grown out. As you can see, you can tell a difference in the sun, definitely, from that natural auburn color. The red kind of makes it look more brown. The red of the henna makes my roots look a little more brown in comparison. Okay, that wraps up this video. I hope that this helps, that this update video kind of can help you make a decision as to whether or not you'd like to do henna. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, guys.